Hello, this is Sudhir Kumar Dwivedi, Assistant Professor of Law from Zemtech School of Law, Greater Noida. The topic for today's lecture is Partnership Deed under the subject Drafting, Pleading and Conveyancing. Under this topic, we will learn what is partnership deed, what are the requirements of the partnership deed in short, and our focus will be on the format or structure of the partnership deed. First of all, let's see what is a partnership. A partnership is a kind of business where a formal agreement between two or more people is made and agreed to be the co-owners, distribute responsibilities for running an organization, and share the income or losses that the business generates. So, if you analyze this definition, you will find that partnership is an agreement between two or more persons to carry on a business and to share profit and loss and to bear the responsibilities. And this feature of partnership are when documented in a document, then that document is known and generally as a partnership deeds. So let's see what is partnership deed. A partnership deed is a written legal document that consists of an agreement between two individuals who want to do business together and share profit and losses. Partnership deed is also termed as a partnership agreement wherein business gets registered as a partnership firm. To start a new business, two individuals gather mutual understanding of sharing profits and losses together in a defined manner. So, partnership deed is basically a agreement between two persons regarding running a business together and to share the profit and loss as per the agreement, to bear the responsibilities as per the agreement. And one most important thing is here to know that all the rules and regulations which are applicable on the contract in general is applicable on this agreement, because ultimately it is an agreement. So what is the rules and regulation of the contract act will applicable here as well. In nutshell, it can be said that partnership deed is an agreement between the partners of the firm that outlines the terms and conditions of partnership among the partners. It specifies the various terms such as profit loss sharing, salary, interest on capital, drawings, and admission of new partner. So partnership deed will contain all the basic terms and conditions of the partnership. It will contain how they will share the profit and loss. It will contain the clause regarding the salary. It will contain the clause regarding the admission of new partners. It will contain the drawing right. It will contain the provisions regarding the sharing of the profits. So everything which is required to run a business must be in a written form, so that the if in future any dispute arise in regard to business, it can be decided on the basis of the agreement. Ultimately it's agreement, so there will be mutual consent on that point. So whatever is the mutual consent on that point must be written in the document. Let's see what will be the components of the partnership deed. What will it contain? Otherwise, if required are not duly fulfilled by the members in order to register the firm, the partnership firm will not be registered. So let's see what will be the component. First of all, there will be name and addresses of all the partners. After that, date of the establishment of partnership firm, then the capital contribution by each partner, then guidelines for the operations of the bank accounts, profit and loss sharing ratio in each partner, interest rate on borrowed capital or loan, rights and duties of each partner, rules for the settlement of dispute among partners, rules in cases of admission of or retirement or death of the partner, any other aspect regarding the code of the conduct of the business. It is here important to note to these conditions, you can say the condition will be mentioned in the deed, but they should not be in violation of the Partnership Act and the Contract Act. So while drafting a partnership deed, it is important to know what is the requirement of the Partnership Act, what is the requirement of the Contract Act. As per that, the condition and all things should be maintained or contained in the partnership deed. Let's see what will be the structure of the partnership deed. So the partnership deed will start like this. This deed of partnership is executed at the New Delhi on this day, this month of this year. It will be the heading. Then between whom it is to be drafted, it will start between Sri so and so, son of so and so, residence of so and so, hereinafter called the first party, which expression shall mean and include his heir, successor, executor, and legal representative, and Sri so and so, son of so and so, and residence of so, hereinafter called the second party, which expression shall mean and include his heir, successor, executor, and legal representative. The language should be very specific to whom you are going to make responsible by this partnership deed. So it must be very specific. Then it will start that whereas the first party is in occupation as a tenant of the property measuring here I have taken example of 1000 square feet on the ground floor bearing number E1 Ramnagar, Delhi, and whereas the first party is desirous of carrying on the business of interior decoration and the second party, being the experienced in this trade, has approached the first party to run this business with him jointly in partnership. So here, after describing the detail of the party of the deed, then there will be the some point regarding the business, how they want to do the business, what is the situation. And whereas the parties have agreed to commence the run the business of interior decoration, furnishing, manufacture and sale of furnishing, manufacture and sale of furniture, soft furnishing and accessories in partnership. So for what the partnership, what will be the mode of the business, what will be the area of the business, what will be done in the business, must be stated in the partnership deed. Now therefore this deed witnesses as under the name and style of this partnership business shall be so and so. The second point will be the business of the partnership shall be considered to have commenced on from this date, month and year. That the principal place of the business of this partnership shall be this at this place, the complete address. However, the same may be shifted to and carried on elsewhere as well within the mutual consent of the both parties from time to time. So if the business is increasing and the parties want to that the business franchise should be established some other places as well, in that cases there must be a clause regarding that. After that, there will be clause regarding that the business of the partnership shall be interior decoration, furnishing, manufacturing and all. Whatever will be the mode of the business, what will be done in the business must be mentioned. However, the parties will also be entitled to extend their activities and into business or manufacturing of any other items as well. Always it must be with the consent of the parties, and if they are consented on that thing, the business may be increased for any other purpose as well. And what will be the share of the profit and loss must be mentioned. The share of the parties in the profits and losses shall be as follows: first party 51% and second party 49%. And the next para will be very important, that the initial capital has been contributed by both of the parties by investing so and so much rupees. If and when more funds are required for the business, the partners shall invest the same. However, any capital investment of the partners shall not carry any interest. In case loans or deposits are raised from outside, that is the friends and relations of the partner or the financial institution, then only those loans or deposits which are taken with the written consent of both partners and are entered in the books of the accounts of the partnership shall be binding on the firm. So the regarding the, if the parties have invested the amount, there must be very specific law that there will no interest will be paid. However, if they have drawn the amount for the purpose of the business from some financial institution or from any relation, then only the partnership firm will liable for the paying the interest and the amount. Next para, that the partnership shall maintain the regular book of the accounts in accordance with the customs and trade, and all dealing of the partnership shall be duly recorded in the same. The account book etc. shall be maintained in place and business. It is regarding the accounting related details must be how it will be maintained. Para must be regarding that in partnership deed. The next para will be, each of the partners shall be entitled to withdraw sum of 2000 every month, which shall be adjusted in the final profit and loss account to be prepared every year. So how much there will be writing a right of the withdrawn, it must be mentioned. And the first party shall also be entitled to withdraw a sum of 5000 per month towards the rent he is paying to the landlord in respect of the portion of the property. Okay. After that, the tenancy rights in respect of the property bearing on address so and so shall always vest in the first party, and whenever the partnership is dissolved for any reason whatsoever, the second party shall not be entitled to any right title on the interest in the same. So after, since it is the business has been run on the place which is on lease property, and the property has been leased, the lease has been in the name of the first party. So after, if the partnership, if there is a dissolution of partnership, then the second party will not claim any right on that property. That the partnership shall maintain proper books of the accounts and normal course of the business. All things must be mentioned in the deed. After that, that the first accounting period of the partnership shall close on 31st March, and thereafter the financial year shall run from the 1st April as per English calendar. That the bank accounts of the partnership and or its branches shall be operated under the signature of any of the partners. That is very important clause. It must be mentioned in the partnership deed who will having the right to sign on these financial matters. That at the close of accounting period per year, a trial balance, profit and loss account, balance sheet, etc. shall be prepared, and the profit and loss in relation in the ration enumerated above shall be credited debited to the capital account of the partners. So after the end of the financial year, there will be a balance sheet will be prepared, and it will be calculated how much loss, how much benefit is there, and it will be credited to the account of the partners as per the sharing. That either of the parties would not be entitled to carry on similar or competitive trade individually or in partnership with any other manner. It is very important clause. It must be mentioned that the partners will not carry on similar business in a decided local area or some area individually or with any other partner or with any other person. Then the para will be that the partnership shall be at will. However, whenever any party intends to dissolve the same or retire from the same, he shall give an advance notice of 15 days to other party, and during the period of a notice, profit and loss account balance sheet shall be completed, finalized the accounts in between as parties as well with the outsiders. So it must be mentioned that if it is a partnership at bill, then the what will be the required date, notice, requirement of the notice, how the account will be settled. If such notice has been served, there must be a para regarding that. Then, that in the event of any dispute arising between the partnership with respect to any clause of this document or the working of the partnership or anything indicated thereof, the same shall be decided by the arbitration in accordance with the provisions of the Arbitration Act and by no other process. It is very important para, it must be mentioned in all the deed partnership that if any dispute arise, how it will be dissolved. So here it is mentioned that it will be dissolved by the way of arbitration, and the Arbitration Act will apply. Then there it will be that in all other matters not provided herein, the partnership shall be governed by the Indian Partnership Act as applicable from time to time. As I already told, since there is a Partnership Act, then so everything will be governed by that act. In witness whereof the parties have signed this document and the date first above written in presence of the following witness. So there will be sign of the first party, second party, and the two witnesses must be there. That's all about the partnership and partnership date. Thank you.